What's going on, New York Yankee fans? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that notification button so you get notified when a live stream pops, a video drops. Jets giveaway tonight includes training camp tickets for August 4th and August 9th, and also Jets tickets to the Green and White game, August 7th at 7 p.m. Jets fans, anyone that's interested, you guys can go follow the directions. Hopefully they're up by now. Should be up on the Twitter. If not, then you can DM me on Twitter or comment under this video, whatever you would like to do. So let's get back to the topics. The Yankees, they won a series against the Boston Red Sox. However, they still are 2-7, but this is a good start for the second half of the season. The first game didn't really look like a good start. The last two games obviously look better than the first game, and we're going to go into it right now. So the first game, the Yankees lost 4-0 Eduardo Rodriguez versus Jordan Montgomery, and it opened in a funny way, even going back to Thursday. COVID-19 positives and Luke Voit getting an injury resembled the 2013 lineup, in my opinion, because if you go back to Friday's lineup, here's what it was: LeMahieu, Stanton, Odor, Sanchez, Torres, Gardner, Gittins, Ombrigi, and LeCastro. So basically, the last 3 to 4 guys, last three really, are minor leaguers. I mean, they really are just role players, and it reminded me of 2013 because a lot of players got injured, and they were, calling up guys like David Adams, Zoilo Almonte, Thomas Neal, Ben Francisco. There was a lot of guys that they called up, and they weren't even supposed to be in the big leagues. So, with that being said, they did call up Greg Allen, former Indian and former Padre, Hoyjun Park, Chris Gittins, Trey Ombrigi, and Rob Brantley. And, they put Judge, Higashioka, Urshela, Wandy Peralta, Nestor Cortez on the IL. So I'm surprised they didn't call up any pitchers, which actually would have been fitting, knowing that Michael King's on the IL and a couple others as well. But we'll get into that. So Montgomery started off nicely in the first inning. However, on the bottom of the first, one on already, LeMahieu got a single, and then we revert to our first half selves with the double play. Then Gardner misreads a ball in center field in the top of the second. Bogarts does not score. I believe it was on a Devers double. With that being said, Hunter Renfroe grounded it out to put the Red Sox on the board. Then Christian Arroyo adds 2 more with a home run. It is 3-0 after the top of the second. Then he gets on a streak after that, meaning Jordan Montgomery, and he retires 9 straight. Unfortunately, the Yankees once again didn't get him any run support, so his stats look very bad, even though, once again, the Yankees did not give him any run support. In the bottom of the third inning, Trey Ombrigi, he had his first MLB at-bat, and unfortunately, he didn't do great in the at-bat, struck out. He got on base later on in the game, I believe it was the 5th inning, after Gittins and Ombrigi got aboard. Tim LeCastro strikes out, so obviously the timely hitting was not there. And obviously, once again, going back to the 5th straight start without run support for Jordan Montgomery. I mean, this is a guy who's still trying to be a starter in this league. The Yankees are trying to get the best out of him. Can't do that when he literally gives up 4 runs and the Yankees can't come back from that. And even, to start the game, 3 runs. The Yankees could at least put up 1 to 2 runs and made it competitive. That's where all the stuff came in. There was there's no fire in this team and stuff like that. And there's reactionary takes. But obviously a lot of fans stayed the course and they won the series. With that being said, Hoyjun Park made his debut and grounded out after a Greg Allen single. J.D. Martinez extended the Red Sox lead with a solo shot in the top of the 8th. And then Chapman airmails Gittins on a pickoff attempt in the 9th inning. Luckily, nobody scored and no runs were given up. But at that time, it was beating a dead horse. Yankees lost 4-0. They struck out a total of 11 times, walked 3 times, 2 walks for Chris Gittins. He did that a lot in this series, which is a good thing. Getting better, seeing the ball. I mean, he's not necessarily hitting the ball a lot because he is hitting 091 or 090 something in the big leagues, but he's getting on base percentage. It matters. As for the pitching stats, Jordan Montgomery went 6 innings, gave up 3 earned runs, 3 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, and a home run, 4.18 ERA. Domingo Germán came in after him, and he now has a 4.72 ERA, gave up 1 hit in 1 inning. Justin Wilson gave up the shot to Martinez, 1 hit, 1 earned run. one strikeout, a total of an 8.62 ERA. Then Aroldis Chapman came in, 4.40 ERA, and 1 inning, 1 strikeout, and 1 walk. So not bad for the bullpen afterwards, except for Justin Wilson, of course. But obviously, once again, coming off Friday wasn't a good start. So with that being said, let's move to the next game, which actually had a lot of stuff that we could talk about. The game was delayed an hour. I was actually supposed to go to the Brooklyn Cyclones game, but basically my family members were saying, it's going to storm at some point. There really is no point of going. So I stayed home and watched the full game. The 6 innings there were. This game got shut out after the 6th inning due to rain. They called it at that point final Yankees 3, Red Sox 1. With that being said, Yankees got 2 on in the 1st inning with Odor and Sanchez with 2 outs with consecutive hit by pitches. And then Gleyber flies out. So once again, timely hitting, not doing the thing for the Yankees. Jarren Duran, I believe he was the 3rd-ranked prospect either in the Red Sox system or the major leagues. And he got his first hit, scores on a Christian Arroyo single in the 2nd inning. DJ LeMahieu singles, ties the game at 1 in the 5th. And a fan throws a ball at Alex Verdugo, middle of the 6th inning. Here's what I will say about that. There are sides, and there's 2 sides to every story. There are emails, there's reports coming out that the fan didn't mean to do it, and that he meant to throw it back on the field or either throw it at another fan or something like that. I don't know. Whether or not he meant to do it or not, obviously it wasn't right. I'm not going to milk the subject like a lot of people are. But I'm really sick and tired of the fake outrage, especially coming from that night. The fake outrage. And I'm not saying you can't be a little pissed off about it, like, this guy does not represent our fan base, because once again, you'll know that a lot of people from opposing fan bases will be like, well, this is typical Yankee fans, especially Red Sox fans, but Red Sox fans, once again, you have a right to be mad because the kid, obviously, once again, hit Verdugo, whether he meant to or not. But the fake outrage, the reactionary videos, the freaking comments, the exclamation marks and the caps, fake outrage. I'm calling it fake outrage because it's for content, it's for clicks, and I'm calling it out. And even if you are outraged to that extent about, there's a fan, get the fuck out of the stadium, go to jail, this, that, and the other thing. How about we get pissed off at more things, more serious things? We're still on the edge of a pandemic here. COVID-19 still exists. The Yankees suck right now. Other than the series, they're not doing great. They're obviously below expectations. We're still 4th in the division. And the Blue Jays obviously are heading back home to Toronto, so that's going to be a great one. With that being said, why are we getting mad about this? You can get pissed, but what's the need to get puffing and outraging? Seriously, it doesn't make any sense. It's for clicks, it's for content, and it's bullshit that a lot of people don't see this and call this out. My personal opinion. Because, get the fuck out of the stadium. Get him out of here. This, that, and the other thing. Let's, have to throw balls at him. Stop. Because you know better than the fucking person who threw it in the first place. Stop with the fake outrage because you're not outraged about this. You're just reacting and you're just getting the views and the content and stuff like that. Me, I was pissed off about it. Wasn't necessarily happy. I fucking moved on. Because that's what people should do. I don't know about Red Sox fans. They can take care of their own fan base. For all I care. But Yankee fans, move the fuck on. If anyone hasn't already, because that was 2 nights ago. With that being said, Gary Sanchez, Yankees take the lead with a solo shot to right field, and Gleyber Torres back-to-back shots. 3-1, game ends early due to rain. Got really bad in the top of the 7th. Game ended from there. And also, Tim LeCastro tears his ACL. He was going up for the catch in left field against the wall, against the foul wall, whatever the hell you want to call it. His knee jammed. I thought that it was an ACL injury or a season-ending injury. Well, I was right on that one, unfortunately. Hope he gets better. We got Trey Ombrigi and a lot of other guys now. Well, Ombrigi's now hurt. We'll see how long that goes for. We have the off day today. But the Yankees, if they're in this mode for a couple more games, they will need to buy at the deadline. Hopefully it's not Joey Gallo. They'll need to buy like a Frazier or someone at the deadline. But just know that Trey Ombrigi right now, unless he shows us something, is not the future of the franchise as a left fielder. So let's go to Game 3, which was probably, once again, the best game and most complete game, if anything. Gleyber hits a home run For the second night in a row, 1-0, bottom of the second. Yankees perform a hit and run in the third. DJ LeMahieu, the hitter. Greg Allen steals base. That's fundamental baseball. That kind of is the theme of the night. Walking. Fundamental baseball, running the bases. Ryan Lamar, he had a stolen base. Greg Allen, he had a stolen base. Probably on that hit and run. If it wasn't on the hit and run, it was somewhere else. With that being said, Trey Humbergy leaves the game early with an injury. Hope he is getting better soon. I would like him to be on this roster. We don't need any more injuries. Even though we do have the best record in all of the MLB in terms of our minor league system. Of course, our major league system is fourth in our own division. But with that being said, Gardner substituted for him. Ryan Lamar shifted over to right, Greg Allen to left. With that being said, Stanton grounded out. Fielder's choice, Greg Allen scores 2-0 in the third. Then Ryan Lamar, almost an injury scare. He jumped for a ball on a line drive to right field. On a Christian Vasquez double. He stayed in the game. He basically told Aaron Boone, listen, I want to stay in the game, but you don't get a lot of chances to play at Yankee Stadium and actually fulfill that opportunity. Then Greg Allen flew out. Odor scores 3-0, bottom of seventh. Odor puts his own RBIs into the game with a 2-run shot to right field. He also had a bunt single earlier. Once again, fundamentals, the small ball that the analytic bugs don't like. That's why you don't see it often. With that being said, the Yankees walked 5 times in that inning, combined of 2 pitchers. I think David Hernandez gave up 2 walks, if that's his name, and then Brandon Workman gave up 3. All 4 runs were cost to Hernandez. Gittins and Glaber got the RBIs for walks. Ryan Lamar, once again, stole a base along with Greg Allen. Britton got taken out of the 8th after 2 walks and a K. Lucas Luetge saved the Yankees out of a jam. Ryan Lamar hits his first home run as a Yankee. I originally thought that he hit his first shot in the big leagues, but I knew before, or at least I looked before, that he had like 4 or 5 other shots before that. With that being said, the Yankees walked 7 times. Even the inning before that, the half inning before that, the Red Sox got on the board with an RBI single from Hunter Renfroe. Lamar didn't necessarily make a good throw. He made up for that with the home run. Tyan did well. 5.1 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Chad Green finished it up with 3 strikeouts and a walk, 1.2 innings pitched for him, his 12th hold. Zach Britton, 0.2 innings, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, 1 earned run. Lucas Luetge came in, only allowed a hit, 0.1 innings pitched. Chapman coming in so that in the Philly series, they had a close game and they need to save. Chapman's not on like a 7-day rest. 1 inning pitched, 1 strikeout. So good for Chapman, good for the Yankees. They win the series. I'll talk about the A-Rod thing later tonight because he was suggesting some players that the Yankees should trade for, in his opinion, even though that some of those players are under massive control by their teams. And, you know, I never thought I would see the day that the Yankee fans would become Twitter GMs like the Giant fans. It's something in the New York water, obviously, but that is going to be for tonight. If you guys haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that notification button so you're notified when a live stream pops, a video drops. With that being said, Jets giveaway tonight. There's going to be a Sam Darnold jersey giveaway if you're still interested in that. Obviously, DM, comment, stuff like that. Jets giveaways. Other than that, tickets to training camp, green and white game, more content throughout the week. I'll probably bring my computer with me to upstate so I can actually keep track of the Yankees and obviously bring out more content for you guys. So with that being said, guys, peace out. See you later. Stay cool and go Yankees.